Welcome back, guys, to a brand new video on the channel. Okay, Eurovision 2026 is over. Indeed, it is over. Bulgaria has won, as we know now. It was confirmed on Saturday. If you watch Eurovision, you'll definitely know that. But this is sort of a wrap-up video that I'm going to do and basically talk through my entire top 35. Reasons for it. A few miniature raves as well. I'm going to feature in this video, like for the songs that I really did like. And all round, just a complete wrap-up. Honestly, Eurovision 2026 was the best Eurovision year I have ever seen. Song-wise, to say the very least. Song-wise, it was purely unbelievable. I enjoyed pretty much almost every single song from 1 to 28 in my ranking. And it just was overall just a sick year for music. And the fact that Bulgaria won is just simply crazy, and we'll get onto that later on in the video. But for the start, let's go through my ranking. So if you see at the very bottom section here, I've got Poland last, followed by Latvia, Azerbaijan, Portugal, Switzerland, Germany, and Czechia. Honestly, these are songs that either really fell off me or just songs I purely didn't like. And to be honest, Poland is the one song that I would say that I found just absolute so dire and boring to me personally. And then when you move up to like Lithuania, Norway, Ukraine, Estonia, and Italy, Australia, and San Marino, these are songs that again kind of fell off me, but also like they just don't really have much purpose in my life. Like, I appreciate them for Eurovision, but other than that, I found them just okay songs. Like, that's about it. Then you got songs like Luxembourg, Israel, Serbia, Malta, Denmark, which pretty much are good songs, to say the very least. They are actually good songs. I've listened to them several times, but they're nothing typically, if they weren't in Eurovision, I would not often listen to them. And then as you make your way up from there, like Croatia and Albania are songs I do like, but they're not in the genre that I primarily focus on. And then when you go from 1 to 14, it really is the songs that I do like a lot, like that I've listened to consistently throughout the Eurovision season. So yeah, UK getting 0 from the public and 1 from the jury, in my opinion, is absolute BS. I mean, I was very disappointed when Look Mum No Computer got 0. I was really expecting him to get like a fair share, like 50 to 75, because I know any other country would have definitely got a nice amount of points. Then we got Cyprus to talk about, which actually significantly fell off me during this Eurovision because Antigone's vocals were not there. But the studio version still absolutely slapped. So that is why it is hovering just outside my top 10. Georgia suffers the same fate. Horrible vocals, great studio version. Austria is an interesting one, to be honest, because it's just super catchy. You know, it's really catchy. 5 points from the public is quite unfair. I really can't lie. I think Cosmo definitely deserved a bit more, but there's only so many points to go around. And then if you make your way up, Belgium, massive grow on me from the beginning of the season. I was shocked how much I ended up liking this in the end. The live version, the final version, I will say, really was good, and Esila definitely proved all the haters wrong. Then you got Montenegro. Montenegro wasn't very good live ever, but the studio version is a techno masterclass. I absolutely love the song, and there's definitely a reason why it does float in my top 10 and has done since the day one it was released in Montesong and confirmed for Montenegro. Then you got Armenia, which is a really interesting one because it's always been floating around 3rd to 10th, and unfortunately the live version absolutely killed it. I don't mean that in a compliment way, ironically. I was very disappointed at the way Simon sang the song, but all the same, it was pretty decent. I'm not gonna lie, like, it was definitely slept on. I feel like in a lot of previous Eurovision years we would have seen this be absolutely ate up in the final. I don't understand how it flopped the televote so hard. Juries I understand because juries are tasteless. Well, we'll get on to that. And then we have our 1 to 7 category, which in my opinion you would classify as absolute masterpieces. 14 points for the public is a piss take. I'm not gonna lie. Listening to that back with headphones, that is actually chilling inside. And I feel bad for giving that just 7th place, but you guys know I'm a raver, and what comes above raves is pretty limited, to be honest. In fact, there's nothing at all when it comes to the Pop Off Bop YouTube channel on Raveyard. And honestly, it just is a sick song. As I said, 14 points, a joke. I don't know how. I mean, Europe's Ears is absolutely tasteless for that. But Monroe scoring 7th place is a very, very good score for me as someone that doesn't listen to opera. Yes, I know I had JJ as the winner last. It was a different story. But for me, France scores in 7th place purely because I'm just a fan of rave more. But it is above the likes of Armenia and Montenegro, so it must have done something really, really good to score that high. Then I've got Bulgaria in 6th place.
I'm about to lose my mind. I'm the Bangaranga, 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 Bangaranga. I'm the Bangaranga. Welcome to the riot. I'm a Red Bull, I'm a danger, I'm a mover for freedom. Let me light you up, let me light you up. Come on, let me pull on so deep. I'ma leave you weak. I'm the Bangara. I'm the Bangara. I'm the Bangara.
Absolute masterpiece as well from Bulgaria. I must admit, I was snoozing out on a bit, I must say. I never in a million years expected to this win. I've done the reaction video to Bulgaria already, but honestly, congratulations, Bulgaria, on winning Eurovision. You absolutely deserve it. I was actually getting chills listening to this again after a few days of actually not, ironically. And it's a really, really good song. It's a party song. It's a fantastic look for Eurovision, that party and fun can still win Eurovision. And I feel very, very, let's say proud as a raver that Bulgaria did in truth win. And 6th as a raver does feel like a bit harsh, but it's one of those that has grown on me so much throughout the Eurovision period. In a party bonanza Eurovision year, you have done something very, very good. The staging was incredible of Bulgaria. Honestly, it amplified it so much. She absolutely conquered that stage. She brought the house down. She was the gimmicky joke entry and shocked everyone. Literally broke all trends when it comes to impressing the juries and whatever. And it is simply incredible what Bulgaria achieved. Despite it not being my favorite, it is absolutely without a doubt a deserved winner. It was revamped the day before Eurovision. It's just everything about it was a deserved winner, despite it not being my actual favorite. I am willing to say that with chest, to say the very least. Then we got Finland in 5th. Yeah, this is the controversial one, alright. So I've got Finland in 5th place, but honestly, 5th place, it's been circling all over the place. It's been my favourite at one point, it's been my 7th, it's been my 3rd, and ultimately, I have placed it in 5th place. Right in the middle of the park. And honestly, Finland, I really did think they have it in the bag this year. However, I will say I was never impressed with any of the live versions. I know that sounds crazy. I know I'm going to get a lot of backlash for that, but it is my opinion that for some reason, this never seemed to come together live on the Eurovision stage. I don't know what it is. Maybe that I was just expecting something more. Maybe I was just expecting like a bit of an upgrade from the UMK staging, and that's why. But honestly, I was never very convinced by Peter Parkkonen's vocals. I all round think that the juries didn't make him win because of that, and they felt that too. It's sort of one of those that if this was the studio version, this would probably be my 3rd favourite. But because it fell apart, in my my opinion, live, it shows that other people felt what I felt, which is particularly disappointing. In fourth place, I've gone for Greece and Fairtalk, which honestly is a bit disappointing because I really did think that I would actually end up putting this as my first, because you guys know I love a gimmicky, fun entry. But for some reason, like Finland, Greece fell a bit short with every single live performance. Now, don't question Akilas' stage presence. He's absolutely infectious. He's bloody hilarious live. But for some reason, I don't actually know the reason. For some reason, it just never came together live. I feel like the staging wasn't that good. I did like the Glory, Riches, and whatever the other one was idea. It was cool, but I don't actually think a lot of people understood that, because on first semi-final, I actually didn't understand it at all. That's why I actually have reason to believe that other people felt the same way too. Fairtalk was good. It's a very, very, very fun song, but the fact it did come 10, pretty evident to me that this wasn't the Euroboy people thought they were getting. And honestly, that is pretty disappointing when I saw that it got in the mid-hundreds points and not the mid-200s or even 300s, to say the very least, because on first listen of this song, I really did think people go a lot more crazy to this song when I heard it in like January for the first time. But for some reason, like Finland, Greece just didn't come through as I hoped it would. Like, we didn't get the lyre on stage like I was hoping. Everything just felt a bit mid. But if this tier list was all round ranked by the live versions, Bulgaria would be above Greece, with no doubt in my mind. Then, in third place, we've got Romania. Honestly, Romania has been my biggest grow of the year. I've loved the song since day one, but never in a million years did I think this song would be like so captivating my soul as I thought it would. I said it from day one, this would be my brother's favourite, and guess what? I got a message yesterday saying it is my favourite. And I knew it! It's a sick song. And I've literally been growing in my hype more and more. I can literally feel it still growing on me, which is insane, because usually I'd go for like techno raves, but a heavy metal song or rock song or whatever they classify this into, this was an absolute banger. Third place for a rock song in my list is insane. For real. Like, honestly, usually those hover around 10th because, yes, it's still energy. I go crazy for different types of energy in music, and that is why I love hardstyle, techno, and all the other rest. This is a sick song. It is so heavy. I really, really do love it, and I'm so happy it got so high up the scoreboard. I was probably downplaying how much I actually did like the song because of the title of the song, and honestly, I actually, for the grand final, put that aside, and my goodness me, this is a bloody banger. It's by far at the top of my list for this year's like biggest grower, because my goodness me, it has literally been up and up throughout the Eurovision season. Now, honestly, remember that statement that I said a few months ago about I will find a favourite and support that person? Well, honestly, you know what? The first time ever in my Eurovision journey, I have two favourites. Viva Moldova and Sweden. Now, Viva Moldova, I've been listening to since the 15th of December. I literally found the video of me first losing my mind to the song on Snapchat Memories. Like, it's a party banger. I absolutely love it. It makes everyone feel so happy inside. And I have loved the song since day one. Now, Sweden says first on that leaderboard. But honestly, that is because I just simply am not willing to betray my genre, and at the same time, I don't want to look like a glory hunter because Sweden absolutely flopped, so I'm just gonna, use the opportunity to put Moldova first and say that, oh look, my favourite didn't actually do shite. But seriously, Sweden and Moldova are two absolutely incredibly unique party songs, and I really do think they give me the same feel of hype inside, because I remember when I listened to Moldova for the first time 6 months ago, back in December, I absolutely got chills. I literally felt the same way I did for Dim Tim Tagadim and Cha Cha Cha, and the same goes for Sweden and My System. I mean, the feeling I got on the first listening to My System was pretty insane and pretty much on par, if not even more, than Rim Tim Tagadim and Charge the Child. Now, the only difference is Moldova exceeded every single expectation I had live. And then Sweden, on the other hand, basically destroyed every expectation I had, put it in the blender, mashed it up. Well, in the process, it pretty much fell down to tying on my leaderboard, first place. And if you guys know, I absolutely love My System as a song. It's really good, but the live version on Eurovision just didn't come together. Melodifestivalen was so much better show than what ORF produced, and I was just in every single way disappointed by Felicia's vocals and everything else, to be honest. So that is why Moldova really did climb back up to joint first place with Sweden, because Sweden is a banger. There's no denying it. The EDM sound is infectious. You can't fault it. I love it as a raver. But Moldova, in terms of actual Eurovision music, this was on par because it really just provided everything I wanted to feel. So yeah, honestly, it is pretty crazy that I've literally not been able to choose a winner out of Moldova and Sweden, because this has never happened to me. I've always been able to choose a winner, but I think I will in a few months. I mean, it's going to be like interesting to see now like which songs I really like, and I'm not just being biased because it's Eurovision, but I really am stunned how much Sweden grew off me in terms of like actual stage and everything, and how much Moldova absolutely lived up to the expectations I really craved.
Viva Moldova, aloha, adio, vida loca, soroka, Europa, mamma di Mallorca, saluti a tutti, Moldova is on duty, e una, e nova, welcome to Moldova, Moldova, aloha, adio, vida loca, soroka, Europa, mamma di Mallorca, saluti a tutti, Moldova is on duty, e una, e nova, Repubblica Moldova. Welcome to Moldova. Welcome to Moldova.
Like, it's just a sick song. Honestly, it really is a good song, and I can still feel it growing on me and like literally tempting me into putting it in first place, but EDM rules, and that's the thing. That is why it is joint first place. I was skeptic about the staging, but it absolutely worked without a doubt, and I'm very happy Viva Moldova scored in the top 10 like I have been preaching for months. No one believed me except from one person. You know who you are. And honestly, I am thrilled it got the recognition it deserved after getting slandered in December. Now, honestly, it's a sick song. Don't get me wrong, I absolutely love it still. But like I said earlier, it just felt like a downgrade in every single way from Melodifestivalen, which is particularly disappointing. Now, I know the song coming in 20th, yes, it's an absolute piss take. No one's denying that. This definitely deserved a top 10 finish. The summary of this song, it just feels like it was an incredible song, but unfortunately, everything else that we fell in love with in Melodifestivalen stayed in Melodifestivalen. So yes, Sweden and Moldova do take first place, ironically. It's pretty hilarious, and never in a million years did I actually think I would be saying that after the feelings Sweden's song gave me on the 8th of February, I think it was. But all round, it was an incredible Eurovision year. I also want to thank you guys for literally cheering me on throughout, and the support has been insane, so I thank you guys very much. I also want to say, again, a massive congratulations to Bulgaria. They absolutely deserved it. They took the show by surprise, by the scruff of the neck, you could say, and it was just all round a really good year of Eurovision for music. I've discovered so many songs I'm going to be listening to now for the next 3-4 months until Eurovision 2027 commences and prep for Bulgaria 2027. But yes, all that's left for me to say is that despite Eurovision 2026 being over, I do have a few more surprises for you coming up in the next few days / weeks related to Eurovision. Now, what those are, for me to know and you guys to find out. So with that being said, it's been Pop Off Bop. That wraps up all the Eurovision 2026 reaction videos. It's been a journey, and I've loved every second of it, to say the very least, because you guys know how much I love Eurovision. You guys know how much I love making videos for you. You guys know how much I love music in general, being a musician myself. I'll catch you guys next time, whenever that may be in person. I'm not too sure. Peace, guys.